Hey guys, ExoticDan here. Welcome back to another commentary video. I was honestly not expecting to make a video about this, but I feel like I do have to make a video about this to get a few points across, because there apparently seems to be some confusion with the video that I uploaded not too long ago, actually, which was actually my last commentary video, which was about a copyright strike on one of my Roblox music videos, and there apparently seems to be a little bit of hatred and a lot of confusion going on with that video. So in order to clear up all the negativity surrounding that video, I feel like it is best to just try and get some points across to you guys, so that way you guys have a little bit of an idea of like what's really happening, and also get my point across. So for those who were for those who witnessed the hate on the copyright strike video, the hate comments were mostly on my channel Dance Place, where this video will actually be exclusively uploaded to, by the way, and you'll find out why in a couple of minutes. But anyways, like I was saying before, these hate comments, I cannot speak today. These hate comments came from these hate comments came from the YouTube channel Dance Place, which is one of my channels where I upload the Roblox music videos with swearing in them and some exclusive content on there for you guys as well. So that's basically where most of the hate comments came from so far with the video regarding the copyright strike. So some of the comments that I got were pretty harsh, to say the least, and I feel like there might have been like a little bit of confusion and a little bit of conflict going on with the video that I made, and I feel like my point wasn't clearly made. So let me just try and get a few points across before I read off the comments to you guys. So, first of all, the first thing that I want to point out is, I do know that copyright strikes and copyright claims are a real thing on YouTube. I did not go into YouTube not knowing that this was a thing. I knew that this was a thing from the very beginning, ever since I first started this channel. So I knew that copyright strikes were a thing, I knew that copyright claims were a thing, and I also know that having videos blocked, whether that was on my main channel, ExoticDan, or my Walkthrough channel, ExoticDan Walkthroughs, although I never really had a video on there that was blocked, copyright claimed, or even had a copyright strike. And I also know that's also a thing that could happen on Dance Place as well. So I did not go. So I knew that this was a thing. I knew that this was a risk that would definitely come into effect if I did make Roblox music videos and any other content that involved copyrighted protected content, which in this case was copyrighted music. So yes, I do know that this was a risk that I'd be putting myself into if I decided to do Roblox music videos. So no, I did not know. So no, I do know that this was a thing. I was not walking into this blind. If I was walking into this blind not knowing that this was a thing, then my response to that copyright claim would definitely be a lot different than in the original video. But in this case, I did know that copyright claims were a thing. So no, I was not going into this blind. I knew that this was a thing from the very beginning. So that was basically one thing that I feel like a lot of people weren't really getting. So I just wanted to throw that out there. This was a point that I made. I did know that this was a risk. I did know that there was a risk of getting a copyright strike. I knew that there was a risk of getting a copyright claim, and I also knew that there was a risk of having a video blocked, whether that be in certain parts of the world or worldwide. I knew that that was a risk, and it was a risk that I was willing to take. So yes, I am a little bit sad that the main channel definitely did get a copyright strike. It is definitely something that I was not really expecting. Well, I did kind of expect it to happen, but I did not know that that was obviously going to happen. So, but it did take me by surprise to have a copyright strike, because that was like the first time I ever really had something like that happen to my main channel. So even though I knew that it was something, so even though I did know that it was something that could possibly happen, I didn't know that, so even though it was something that I knew could have happened, it did happen, and I was definitely very surprised and very shocked when it did happen. So that is basically some points that I want to get across to you guys. Basically, just letting you know that I wasn't walking into this blind. I didn't know that copyright strikes, copyright claims, and having a video blocked were definitely huge risks. And I didn't know that these were things. I was not walking into this blind, not knowing that these were actual real risks with making Roblox music videos and any other content that involves copyrighted material. So yeah, I was not walking into this blind, like, at all. So as for some of the hate comments that I have received, once again, I am very sorry if you witnessed any of these. So I am going to read some of the comments that were received. I did have one person say, some advice, don't do shitty Roblox music videos. Another comment said, this is the worst reading of anything ever. I love it. This is peak of terrible content and I have to watch it. So, obviously, with the way of how some of these comments were phrased, I did feel like these were, I don't know if attack would be the right word, but these were definitely a lot of things that definitely did catch me a little bit off guard, and these were definitely not, and this was definitely not the response I was actually expecting to get with making a video surrounding a copyright strike. So I do want to throw a few things out there in regards to these comments. For the person saying something like the Roblox music video things, don't do them. So here's the one thing I want to throw out. You can tell me that you don't want me to do Roblox music videos, but you don't need to come off as aggressive. Like, just say something like, maybe just stop doing Roblox music videos, or maybe avoid or maybe saying something like, maybe it's time to move on to something else. But it's not really okay to, like, come off and attack somebody like that, because this is honestly not really the best reception to get from a video like that. Like, yes, I did know that, like I mentioned before, yes, copyright strikes are a real thing, copyright claims are a real thing, and having a video blocked is a real thing. All three of those things that I just mentioned are real things, and I did know that these were things that could obviously happen when I started to do Roblox music videos. So I did know that these were potential risks that I was taking, and so therefore I didn't know that these were existing. As for the worst reading of anything, and you having to watch it, if you do not like my content, why are you watching my content? Like, why is it really worth your time to watch something you don't like? Like, if you don't like watching something, why even bother watching it? Like, that's something that I always tend to, like, find, like, really interesting. Like, if you don't like something, why are you watching it? Like, that's the one thing I do not understand. Like, there's people out there who are literally watching things that they don't enjoy, and they're literally wasting their time with it. So why on earth would you want to waste your time watching something you don't like? My videos are specifically made for people who actually want to watch them, and I'm also not forcing you to watch these videos against your own will. If you don't like the video, you can just click away and watch something else. I'm not gonna let you sit down and watch the whole thing. So if you don't like the content that I'm making, you can always go somewhere else. There's many other people on Roblox and on YouTube who do many of the same content, much of the same content that I do on this channel. So I'm definitely a little bit confused on why you want to waste your time watching my content if you don't enjoy it. If you don't like my content, you can go somewhere else and watch somebody else's content. That's literally all I can really say. If you don't like my content, go somewhere else, click off, exit, go watch somebody else who does similar content like me, or somebody else who does like completely different content. I'm not forcing you to watch my videos against your own will. People who click on my videos are people who actually want to watch them, and people who actually really care about watching the videos that I make. So yeah, that's basically like a few points that I do want to kind of throw out there. If you do have any more questions or concerns about this whole entire situation, you can definitely leave them down in the comments below, and I will try my best to respond to all of them the best way that I can. I do read your comments, by the way, so yeah, and also don't forget to watch that other video where I talked about the copyright strikes. You can also leave your ideas about where we can go next as well, and depending on if we decided to continue doing them, or if we should just stop doing them in general. Once again, if you are coming up with the idea of me stopping doing them, me like putting a halt and just ending them altogether, like me not doing them anymore, you do not need to harshly criticize me about that. You can just leave it in a very nice way, saying something like, maybe it's time to switch over to something else. You can just say that. You don't need to say, you don't need to use intense language and come off rude just to get your point across, because this is something that you don't really do with people. But anyways, like I said before, like I mentioned before, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about any of this, you can leave them down in the comments below, and I will try and answer to as many questions as I possibly can in the best way that I can. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments below, and I will try my best to reply to every single one that you have. Like any questions you have, and I'll try my best to respond to all the questions you have, and any concerns you may have as well. So that's basically it for right now. Once again, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.